I'm Tom Giordano from Giordano Bookkeeping. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create invoices in a way that allow your various income streams to be tracked independently using QuickBooks Online. Let's say you're a landscaping company. You might do both installations and maintenance. In that case, you might want to keep track of both of those streams of revenue separately so that you can measure how each part of the business is doing. This can be done by setting up the proper income accounts in the chart of accounts and the proper product and service categories in your invoicing. Before diving into the mechanics, I want to give a quick overview. The accounts from the chart of accounts appear on the financial statements. That's the profit and loss, or the P&L, and the balance sheet. So these are your income and expense accounts and your assets, liabilities, and equity accounts. The product and service categories are your options to select from when creating an invoice. Each one of these products and services will be mapped or assigned to an income account from your chart of accounts. Because of this interaction of the chart of accounts and the products and service categories, this becomes a two-step process. First, we set up the proper income accounts in the chart of accounts. Second, we create the proper product and service accounts and map them to the appropriate income account in the chart of accounts. So step one is going to the chart of account and creating the income accounts. So we'll go to transactions, chart of accounts. In this example, we are going to create installation income and maintenance income. We want to track those two streams of revenue separately. So we'll select new, we'll type in the name that we want to appear on the profit and loss statement. So installation income. Account type, it's an income account. Detail, it's primary income. All right, looks good. Hit save. All right, that's set. Now we're going to do the maintenance income. All right, type in maintenance income. This is what it will be called on the P&L. Account type, income, detail, service fee income. That's fine. Looks good. Select save. All right, step one is complete. Now we're going to go to the products and services and create those categories. Products and services relate to invoicing, which is a part of sales. So on the left side here, we're going to go to sales, products and services. We're going to select new. Depending on what the income is, you could select on that prior screen, but here we're going to say it's a non-inventory item and we're doing the installation income. So I'm going to call it installation, and just note that this will appear on your invoice. So be comfortable with your customer seeing whatever you call this. All right. I'm going to create a category just called installation income. Uh, this will this will add more detail to the product and service description when you're searching for it on your invoice. So you don't have to put this, but it will just make it easier to find it once you're creating the invoice. Okay. Installation income. Great. All right. Now, the income account. This is the most crucial part of setting up the product and service information because the options in this dropdown come directly from the chart of accounts. So that's why we had to make the income accounts and the chart of accounts first. So that when we're setting this product and service up, we have the account that we want to map to or that we want to assign to. Select. All right, installation income. That's what we just set up on the chart of accounts. We'll select that. And now we have mapped the installation product and service to installation income on the chart of accounts. Save and close. Again, this will appear on your invoice, so give it a name that you don't mind your customer seeing. Again, the category This is optional, but this does make it easier to find when you're setting up your invoice. Add that. Okay. Again, income account, the most crucial part of setting up the product and service. We'll find the maintenance income that we had just created a few moments ago on the chart of accounts. Select that, save and close. Okay. Now let's just take a look at the P&L before we create an invoice just to show that those aren't there. So we could do it before and after. So go to reports, standard report. All right. So we're here on the P&L and we see the various types of income accounts. What we will see after we create the invoice is the installation income and the maintenance income stated separately. All right, so let's go ahead and create invoices for those two types of income. We'll go to sales, invoices. We're going to create an invoice. Okay, select the customer it's for and the product and service. Here it is. So we're doing installation. All right, recall that adding a category was going to make it easier to find your product and service on the invoice. So here you see there are other categories with similar names, but this is the one we want because we could see installation, that's the product and service, and this is the category that we gave it as that extra layer of information when we were creating the product and service. All right, select that. Let's say it's 5,500, and we're going to review and send, and go ahead and send the invoice. Now let's create our maintenance invoice. Let's say it happens to be the same customer, just for simplicity right now. Product and service, we're going to look for maintenance. Again, makes it easier when there are similarly named categories and products and services within your QuickBooks. So we want maintenance, which is the product and service, maintenance income. Let's say that's $450. Review and send. All right, send the invoice. Now let's jump back over to the P&L to see that show up. Now note, we are on the accrual basis right here. So as soon as you send out the invoice, it will appear in your income. That's why it is going to show up here versus the cash basis, which it would not show up until the cash is actually received, or the payment is actually received. So note, we're on the accrual basis. So we see installation income, 5,500, maintenance income, the $450. So those invoices were sent. We used the proper product and service categories that were created. And because we mapped them correctly to the proper chart of income accounts, they are showing up independently tracked on your profit and loss statement. So now you know how to create invoices in a way that allow your various income streams to be tracked independently. Now, the next steps practically are when the payment is actually received, it'll come through your bank feed in QuickBooks Online, and your bookkeeper will match that payment to the invoice. Again, going back, if you were on the cash basis, this wouldn't show up in here yet. What would happen is the payment would come in, and still the payment would be matched to the invoice, and then it would show up in the category that you created for it right here on your profit and loss. So that means you'll be able to go in and look at your P&L and L and see how much money you've generated through that particular stream of revenue. All right, thanks for watching.